Hey guys, on today's vlog, we have one of the co-founders, Gavin Appel from Onestack. Onestack has helped startups in all types of series raise in excess of $70 million. Today, we're going to talk about talent and investment. You're going to want to miss this.
There is so much to do as a startup, right? You know this, I know this, we've both been there before. So
I'm back doing it, by the way.
You're back doing that's right. The hustle.
Yeah.
So I think, at Onestack over the past couple of years, we've worked with over 80 founders, ranging, as I said before, from seed to Series C. And I think that there's a clear trend that's kind of come out of it around pain points for growth. They would be talent. How do you create a world-class talent organization, including culture?
Yeah.
Investment. Where, why, how, when, and everything that comes with investment. And the third one is around growth, predominantly revenue growth.
Yeah.
And I think that in the changing nature of globalization and how you can market globally and acquire customers, without a sales team like the likes of Atlassian and others have done over the years, I think that revenue growth element is changing so fast with automation and content marketing and this stuff like the vlogs and various other things. You can really target a global audience just from Cremorne. But yeah, so in this instance, the happiness team, you come in, they greet you, they're very happy, happiness, part of the pun. They're happy to help you out, when you're having meetings, when people are coming or going or getting coffees from across the road or whatever it might be, right? Yeah. And so that kind of falls into that talent bucket, but you put a very high threshold on the people that you recruit into the happiness team,
100%.
right? So I think a lot of founders and a lot of executive teams don't know what A-grade talent looks like, right? So if you're a B-grade founder, knowing what A-grade talent looks like is really difficult.
Yep.
If you're an A-grade founder, you want to surround yourself with other A-grade or A-plus grade people. But a lot of executives, I call it executives, other employees inside a startup, get a bit nervous about when they're interviewing to hire people that are smarter than them.
Yeah.
Because they think that they're going to take over their job and they get a bit protective and all that
So interesting. I work really hard on trying to be the dumbest person in the room. I really do.
You do a good job.
No, I know.
Does a great job.
Best in the business. But it's important, and one of the things that is very well pronounced on our website is surround yourself with people.
Yeah.
In our case, surround yourself from a community. In the community aspect, surround yourself with people that want to win. Yeah. Right? But for me, I get no pride. There's no ego from a leadership perspective. I want to recruit smarter people, and I want to enable them to do what they do best, because they get lift, the company gets lift as a result, and then individually, I get lift from a personal skill set perspective.
I also think recruiting somebody, not for the role today, but the role tomorrow, right? Because if a business is growing at a rapid clip, they're very quickly going to be out of their depth if you don't hire someone either with the capabilities that have been there, done that before, or with the drive to learn more. Like when I started my career, I remember, Hitwise was being founded and various other things were going on, and we were going to hire in an experienced general manager, and I turned to the founders and I'm like, hey, I know I'm only 21 years old, but give me that job.
Yep.
Give me a go, give me 12 months and see if I can build this division that we were working on, which incorporated sales, marketing, account management, technology as well. And they gave me that opportunity. So I think, recognizing your team and those ones that are hungry to do more is really important as well. Totally. Because to grow a team, you can either hire from within or you can bring in external. Sometimes you have to bring in the external because you don't have the experience.
Well, I think you have to bring in external because I think somewhere along the journey, and we talk about the journey here at Creative Cubes a lot, and I talk about it with members of the community, along the journey, something's going to give. Either the company's going to take off and the founding team aren't going to be able to respond as quickly because they're out of their depth really quickly, or alternatively the business isn't, and in order for it to grow, potentially founding team is going to be out of their depth as well, having lack of experience. Here, different story, and I don't want to use Creative Cubes as an example, but if you're looking at your business, I think it's super smart to have the best people around you. at all times.
Yeah, and those people, you know, what we find at Onestack, because of the way we built our model, we created this growth consultancy as a virtual organization. So we've got 150 what we call operating experts at different functional areas, from product to engineering to sales to strategy to finance, etc. And what we do is we augment our founders' teams, the companies that we work with these experts to be able to deliver and execute or coach and set up frameworks to be able to get that world-class strategy in place that then we will help hire in the doers to be able to deliver and execute against that. So it's about being, you know, that's the hustle, right? Totally. You got a limited amount of cash, a limited amount of runway. You need to be able to figure out what you can do with those resources and then surround yourself with people who've been there before. 10, 15 years ago when Hitwise started, or I think it was like, what was it, 20 years ago, 1998, you know, there weren't a lot of people who had been there, done that. Sure. You know, even like it's 10 years ago, 11 years ago when the business sold to where we are today, like the game's changed. There was no social media back then or anything like that. So acquiring customers, whether it's enterprise or SMB or B2C, is very, very different game today. And I guarantee you in 2 years' time, again, the landscape will be totally different. And I think investment was worth touching on for like 2 seconds here. It's very time consuming for a founder to raise capital, right? If you think it's going to take you 2 months, it's going to take you 6 months, unless you're bloody lucky and everything just aligns, right? But I think you need to, you know, the overall theme that you need to do as a founder, I believe, and just as a general startup team while you're going through that growth, is prioritization.
Do you think it's smarter to recruit someone in to do that and execute it? Or do you think it's smarter to plug into a consultancy group that can help you get in front of the right people and then pitch? Because it's bloody time consuming.
It is bloody time consuming. There's so much going on in a startup, as we know, right? So my take is that, having been on the investment side of the table, is we just want to see the founder. Right. The founder and maybe one other exec in the initial pitches, right? You want to meet the whole team, you want to get to know, you want to be culturally aligned. But ultimately, it's the founder you're investing in and the team that you're investing in. We don't invest, well, when I was an investor, or you know, I do a bit of investing now as well. You're investing in the founder and the team. You're not investing in advisors. So whilst Onestack's a growth consultancy and we help with investment, our philosophy there is it's up to the founders to raise the capital. We'll be their player coach. So we'll help them demystify the whole process. We'll help them, you know, pre and post meetings around what they should be thinking about and the overall process, but it's their game.
And you open doors?
Sometimes. Yeah. I think what you're saying is it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? So whilst prioritization is key, this shit doesn't happen over a year or two, right? You know, journeys on average, I read an article the other week analyzing all this data. On average, it used to be 7 years to an exit or an IPO, like a liquidity event. Now it's more 8 to 9 years, right? These metrics are always going to change. Sure. What you need to do is, as a founder, is focus on your game. Focus on things that you can control. There's no point focusing on things you can't control.
Just execute the shit out of your game.
Execute.
And everything else will fall in.
That's right.
That was a pretty good vlog, right? If you go to creativecubes.co/vlog, you're going to see hundreds, if not thousands more.